Lizzie down, see, a lot of people, if you are currently in the community, then you already know me. But if you are new in the community, my name is Lizzie. I'm a product designer. I'm a design manager. And we when I say we, myself as a brand and couple of team that work with me, we actually organize this special event to enlighten us in the industry about how we can work effectively with AI. You know, there are lots of misconceptions about how AI is not doing this, how AI is doing that, and realize that we need to break some jinx, and let people understand how you can make your work more effective. Not that we are trying to make you lazy, but we are trying to make you work smart. You understand? Like every one of us work smart because the time is not waiting for us. The world is evolving so fast that it's not waiting for anybody, right? And we need to keep up the pace, and that's one of the reasons why we have this workshop. And thanks to our guest speaker Benjamin, who has agreed to this collaboration. Myself and Benjamin connected last year. Surprisingly, you would think that we've connected like since my mother gave birth to me, but we connected last year. Funny enough, it was on LinkedIn, and it has been a smooth ride from one collaboration to the other. And reaching out to, I reach out to Ben a lot of times for concerns, for issues, or for areas where I need help with. And he has been studying AI for the past 3 years. He's currently a graduate of artificial intelligence as well. He's a designer for 4 to 5 years, I think 5 years. He's a senior designer for about 5 years. Yes, and he has done a lot of designs in consumer products, enterprise platforms, NFTs, fintech, and the likes. And it is such a privilege to have him with us today. So I'm going to bring him up so that we can have enough time with him, you know, and I'd advise that if you are not with your laptop, make sure that your laptop is close to you. If you're joining with your phone, no problem, but just keep your laptop close because we're going to be having a lot of practical sessions today. This is not the webinar where somebody speaks for 2 hours and everybody just listens. It's going to be very engaging. If he reaches out to any one of us, please let's contribute, let's engage, let's encourage one another to make this session very interactive, enlightening, interesting, and fun. This is not a radio kind of, it is radio that doesn't require response. So we are not in a radio vibe. This is a workshop, and it goes way beyond just a webinar. And I want to say congratulations to you that you are here today because it's a very rare privilege. What you're going to be learning today is something that what you're going to be learning today is something that a lot of people pay for. People are even selling out there, but you're going to be getting today for free. And it is, again, let's just say congratulations to you. So, Ben, over to you. Thank you so much for doing this for us. God bless you. Over to you. The floor is yours.
All right, Izzy, thank you very much. That was a long intro. All right, so thank you for joining. Numbers are few, but I think I can work with that. Yeah, just like she said, we have a lot outside there on the internet. Everyone is talking about AI, AI is this, AI that. But before I proceed, someone is raising their hand. I think
More.
Morayo, maybe it was a mistake. Okay, I'm going to continue. Yeah, so I'm going to share my screen a bit and we'll get started. Don't want to waste everyone's precious time. Just do the needful. Okay. All right. So just like you said, we'll be talking about AI as an effective tool for product design in general, but I'll be focusing more on product design, but I'll still do a bit of call out on design in general. You understand? So the agenda today we're talking more on just basically my introduction, AI introduction, essential AI tools you should be aware of, a bit of live demonstration, which may also require me taxing you to work on something, or I may just be showing you how you can effectively generate prompts and other kinds of stuff and many more. And then also I'll still show you some other AI tools again. And yes, it's QA session, but it's not limited to number five per se. The more I'm having the conversations, you are prompted to raise your hands and reach out if you have any question to be as conversational as possible. And why am I doing this? We all here have been on social media a couple of times, must have heard keywords like chat GPT, must have heard cloud, must have heard the new guy, DeepSeek AI. There's even a newer guy, which is Chen Kui. So there's a lot of tools out there. There's also some big design tools out there as well that you may not be familiar with. Understand? But the key ones I've mentioned are something you must have heard one way or the other. So I won't say most of you guys here who came to listen to me are newbies in it. I'm sure you're just picked or interested in knowing more. Yeah, so how have I been able to effectively use AI? You understand? So before I proceed, I need to tell you this. I am not a perfectionist on AI usage. I can even attest to you that there is no perfectionist on AI usage. Neither there is anyone who knows it all for AI. So you can't really like expect me. Surprisingly, you may even know more than I do. You'll be surprised by the time we proceed. And hopefully you get to learn a lot of what I know already. And I'm a big fan of passing out this information out there. You understand? So I'll start with a bit about me. So I'm the lead product designer at Apex Network. I've also gotten the chance to build for other startups while growing up as a designer. I started way back 2020. And while at that, I've also done mentorship. My design career started 2020, but before that, I was a front end developer. While at that, I've also gotten invested in building for startups. I can't really recall how many, but out of those many, only a few were able to make it up there. You understand? And these are like my proudest achievement, being a mentor at ADP Lease, being able to build product platforms like Base Wallet, which is similar to the likes of Wise and Revolut. Yeah, so it's a forthcoming platform, but Apex is a crypto network platform. And here is just my label, then Big Studio, where I do most of my side gigs when I'm not working as a full-time staff. And this is also one of my proudest products, the Puma Lacoste project, which I worked on, the first of its kind for Nigeria. So Puma and Lacoste came to Nigeria, which I'm sure you guys are familiar with Davido, who is one of like the sponsors, who Puma is sponsoring, I believe. You understand? So we built an e-commerce website for Lacoste X Puma, which is being managed by the Mix. Yes, I was the one who spearheaded the design. The platform is live out there. You can always check it at your own free time. And on the left side, I have my daily driver. There's always Notion, there's Loom, and my favorite, which is Cloud. Although once in a while, I tend to touch ChatGPT. Don't worry, I'll tell you why I said once in a while. And then I have the Framer, which I'm still kind of learning. Which was like a past knowledge to me, and Figma, which has always been my go-to tool, Adobe Creative Tools, I make use of Photoshop and the likes. And then, yes, the Bible, very important. And then I have Slack mostly for communication. So, and then we go to the next step, understanding AI. So, the reality on AI today is everyone's always worried about the fact that they are going to lose their job, and they are going to get replaced. And to be honest, it's true. You may really lose your job. Understand? I'm not going to tell you using the AI tool can make you better than the other. No, no, no. You could definitely lose your job. Just last week, ChatGPT lost his job as one of the best AI tools in the world to a lesser version of it in terms of production, and that was DeepSeek AI. So even big tools tend to lose their job. The whole idea is how can you stay effective and updated at the same time while producing a very vast amount of results. And I think that was what kicked out ChatGPT. It affected even the chip makers, which is NVIDIA, because that platform made use of a very minimal amount of tool and chip, that are not the best of the chip, produce something like that. So it kind of crashed down the stock market for the likes of Nvidia and some other cheap platforms and tools. So breaking the misconception, literally what I've said, AI is not going to replace you fully. You understand? And how can you avoid it? It's quite simple. See it as a tool. See it as a tool, like you've always seen other kinds of tool, and that's the only way you can succeed. You understand? But do not see it as a tool that will make you drunk on usage. You understand? It's similar to saying every time you always want to go to that tool, it's going to be a very big and heavy addiction for you. At some point in time, you will not be able to think properly on your own because you are always relying on the tool. Just like the image depicts here, humans can work alongside AI and AI can work alongside human. So the real world impact is quite huge. We've been using AI for a long time, for as long as I can remember. The most smallest usage of AI was the likes of your auto correct tools. You understand? So your auto generate or auto correct tools, like maybe your keypad, you want to type something in full. These days, a lot of people cannot do without auto correct tools. And the reason for that is because of the over reliance on the AI tool. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people are now aware that it is fully AI. Yes, it's AI. It's not called off as AI, like the likes of Grammarly and the rest, because it does not generate, but it is still AI. And the moment you stop using it, you will see a very huge withdrawal effect. I'm not telling you to stop using it. I'm telling you to limit how you use it. Once in a while, try to turn off that autocorrect and make mistake. Make mistake, correct yourself. There's a reason for that. The reason is over reliance on AI can hinder you more than it can help you. And over time, you may find your brain being used less and your hands always going to the likes of ChatGPT and cloud often. So we have bunch of generative tools out there. I've mentioned a lot. We have the GPT, we have the clouds, and many more. So they are all about copy, paste, and you get your prompt. But I think where everybody will have an issue is the prompt. You are always putting out something out there, and for some reason, it's not always going out as you expect it to be. In some cases, you want to get a specific answer, and for some reason, you don't seem to be getting it right. Now, unfortunately for that, what actually causes it is the way you prompt. A lot of people make commands and not prompt. Commands are actually different from prompt. When you tell an AI do this for me, it is in maybe in a very straightforward manner. You understand? Generate color palettes. That is a command. You understand? But when you communicate with it, I would like to generate color palette for an e-commerce platform. You understand? In that way, you didn't just command it, you wrote a prompt because you provided a context in which it needs to generate something for you. But when you don't provide context or reasons behind what you are generating, you end up getting what you don't like. And what you don't like is always called generic answers. This is something they always use every time to catch students who cheat in examples. You know, so everybody copies the same question and asks ChatGPT to give them the answer. So imagine the whole class is aware that they can use ChatGPT and everybody is expected to respond to one particular answer. ChatGPT is going to give you the same answer 100 different ways. Yes, and so now the 100 different ways will be assigned to probably maybe 100 different students. Yes, but they are all saying the same thing. So this is just a big bunch of hallucination going on there. Yes, and in order for you to reduce the whole generic scenario, you need to create a concept there. You need to tell it, oh, this is the procedure I would like you to follow, this is the style I would like you to follow, and many more. Moving forward, I will talk more on how we can prompt better. And that being said, we have specialized AI design tools for we as product designers. Now, most of these product tools are not something you might have thought of, but they are there. We have the likes of Craftful, which is also a research tool. We have ChatGPT. I'm not really a big fan, but I tend to call it out when it comes to explanation. But when it comes to usage, I don't use ChatGPT that much. Why? ChatGPT lost at 3.5. ChatGPT lost how to communicate properly with humans. You understand? So if I wanted a prompt, ChatGPT gives me answers. yes, everybody wants answer, but everybody wants a reason behind the answer. And that was why DeepSeek actually beat ChatGPT. DeepSeek allows you to see what it's thinking and then see generate the information for you. Yes, that's actually cool. I've not used this so much myself. I've seen a lot of practical videos, but I don't think I want to get into DeepSeek now. I think there are a lot of deep trouble at the moment. So maybe when everything dies down, I'll test the platform myself. But for me, I'm a big fan of cloud. And cloud works better for me because it communicates. I can show you like a bunch of my chat history, and you actually think I'm communicating with a human being. And the reason for that is how I have been able to communicate with it. And I always get that response that you can't get because of how I started and generated and created communication points out of it. So also on that platform, you can look at as essential to is auto AI. Now, situations like this where we are having this kind of meeting and you had auto AI will be recording all the sessions, not just recording it alone. It provides it as a summary, it provides it as a chat to chat based prompt session. I feel I could even show you a visual on how it works. So for the visual on auto AI, so this is a typical example of auto AI. So for example, I had a call conversation with someone, you understand, concerning school admission verification. This is literally how our conversation went on. So it was a full call conversation and it provide not just summary, it can also provide a transcript where it differentiates between the speaker one, speaker two, or no speakers on the call we had. You understand? Gives you a proper summary. There are outlines there you can work with, which gives you a breakdown on how these AI tools can help you. So now in situations where you want to record, this is one of your go-to platform. The likes of Auto AI does that for you. And then we also have some cool ones here as well, which I'm not really going to point in because of time. Now we have the big boy. So back, let me say 3 years ago, I used to hate this platform. I still hate it, to be honest. But because we're talking about AI, when it comes to UI UX design, product design, this is the guy you have to talk about in most cases because he's doing what Figma is yet to fully do. You understand? So it helps you generate um, maybe design files, understand, based on prompts you request for. And then we have sitemap. This is also a very cool tool which helps you generate sitemaps, you understand, or website content generation. So now I'm going to start on the UI wizard. Let's see what I can do on the UI wizard for now. So this is how the UI wizard is. You create an account and you see a bunch of tutorials telling you what not to do, how to do it, and many more. So now I would like to generate a design. So I'll click on what type of design I like to generate, like mobile, tablet, or desktop. And then I start with a very simple stuff, maybe an e-commerce app for a grocery, um, it's not just e-commerce app. Let me see. Mm, Grocery is simple. So let's go grocery and then come on the prompt. So it asks me my preferred style for the project. So I think the best thing to go with is modern and then I generate the project. It kind of take time because it's going to generate some set of colors and many more. So it provides an interactive prototype and it also provides additional proposals, you understand, to which it works with. It takes time, obviously. That's one of the things that we are lacking behind in the product design industry for AI. AI, like I said, ain't going to take your job anytime soon, you understand? Because these guys are still lacking when it comes to generating UI. Even Figma AI, I've been a big fan of using it a couple of times, and I can tell you for free that it's not still there. Maybe for a beginner, when they see designs like this, they'll be like, oh, this is amazing, this is good, you understand? But for someone who is an expert, I definitely won't even take a design like this. You understand? Because I can tell you for free that this particular color of choice here will not pass the color test for accessibility. And then we have a lot of sorry, this why is this not clicking? So obviously it's not free. So In order to make use of the rest, you have to pay. So I don't even bother coming here that much. You understand? Now, what I use here for specifically is to get what I call it inspiration. Now, if you have maybe you are lacking or you have a blocker, you understand, this is a very good place to go and try and get inspiration. Let AI generate something for you. Let me see, there's something I'm lacking and AI has it. You understand? AI can do that for you. Well, mind you, all this that's happening here, I can actually do it with my own AI tool here. Yes, all I need to do is provide an appropriate prompt, and it's going to generate a well coded mobile app or web app for me in which I can play around with in the on the platform. So that being said, so this is it about the likes of AI tools like this. They are not there yet, yes, and they won't be there anytime soon. This tool is as old as 3 years, and I'm still waiting for them to.
No, what is that?
What?
When was you say?
Ben, can you please
Oh,
mute that person? I don't have access to mute that person from here.
oh, who?
Ojushe Moses, can you please mute your mic?
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Sorry for the interruption.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. All right. So I was about to end up this. So this is not the one I actually like. And for designers, to be honest, I don't think you should be dependent on tools that are generating UIs for you. Yes, I said it. Tools that generate UIs for you don't make you think. It doesn't make you creative.
Yes.
You understand? Tools that actually help you with content. Now that is better. But tools that does stuff like this, it's not really for you. You understand? And they're not going to replace you anytime soon. They have never replaced artists yet. So I don't think they're replacing you too. So I don't think you should be worried about it. So that being said, I'm not here to debunk AI. I'm here to show you how it can assist you one way or the other. Yes, and so please feel free to ask questions. Okay. So the next one I'll be talking about is Octopus AI. Now, this is actually very, very cool. Like very, very cool. So if you're not familiar with SiteMap, maybe you are familiar with UserFlow. You understand? So now I'm going to try and create a sitemap on this. So now I'm going to get suggestions from you guys rather than writing it myself. So someone can provide for me what I can generate here. Maybe we can just drop one or two things on the chat. Just next 30 seconds. Let's see. Mm, 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 mm,
You can
mm,
call
mm.
names in case so that in case
Okay.
someone mentioned
So,
app for is cool in the chat. User journey
mm,
user journey map, we are not being specific.
uh, all right.
Let's
Let me
platform
see.
for intending tenants.
A real estate platform. This looks nice. Okay. All right. So I'll go with the real estate.
For intended tenants.
Yeah, for an independent tenant. That's a very complex platform. Now let's test its capability. I like that estate. Bum, 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 bum.
Maybe we can generate more
Mm,
than one. We have another one. Site
mm,
map one
mm.
healthcare hub.
Let me see. Generate healthcare app. That is also a very complex one. Now this is very good. You are testing the limits. So let's see. Uh, All right, so I'm starting with the real estate. So this is it, and this is how it works. Mm, 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 mm. Oh boy, the platform is something else. So with sitemap, you're able to narrow down the amount of pages, core pages to be specific, that you'll be generating for your platform. So looking at the way this is not a website. I mean, this is a website. You understand? So you can barely see that this is the header, this is the footer. So this kind of platform will require you to sign up. You understand? And then also have some bunch of information here. And obviously, it's able to capture the information you are looking for, showing both for agents, services, because these are the basic blog article contact us. So here is where your core information are. And it's not limited to this. So if your answers are not able to come up on this whatever was prompted here, you still have the opportunity to create yours. You understand? You can create, you build, you can duplicate, whatever you want to do. So that's how cool this sitemap platform can be.
Can you
Yes, I'm not
can you zoom in?
what?
Can you zoom in?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so this better.
Yeah. So that people can
Uh,
see it from here.
okay. Yeah, so these are how the sitemap works. Now, this is the fascinating thing about this. You understand? You can easily export this entire thing and make it available for use on maybe scenarios where you are creating case studies. Now, you don't need to struggle in terms of creating case studies. You understand? These can literally do the job for you. But that being said, it's not limited to here. If you don't want to create your sitemap here, you can actually create your sitemap using AI. Yeah, I'm not going to touch this part of the AI now because this is actually the big guy. So I'm going to go with the small tools out there that are doing a bit of the jobs. And to be honest, they are doing really great at it. You understand? This sitemap can actually go more complex than it is, but this is actually very good for a very complex request given there. So I'm going to try the other one, which is a healthcare app, and let's see how much it can do. So we have right, so I'm going to create another one. Oops, this one I require copying. Oops, okay. Copy.
Yeah.
Right, don't have it here. But let's see. All right. Ah, I like this prompt. It's given. Ah, yeah, no.
Very
Yes,
it's
this is it.
detailed.
Yeah, it's supposed to be very simple since it's a health app.
Mm.
Yes, very simple. So it's as expected. So you can see it literally provides what you want. Now, you don't need to do so much thinking. Do you know how many people actually have to put their head together just to create this? Just that we see all of them with their cursor on feet jam, trying to drag one
Yeah.
thing to the other and the rest.
And it
And
takes like
yes, sir. But now we have to, what?
a whole day or more.
Exactly. You understand? You get so on a normal level, except you are sprinting, to achieve this whole thing, it takes a week. Yes. And we merely saw this done in 2 hours. Now, do you know the reason why I said it takes a week? Because this is heavy decision making happening here.
Mm-hmm.
The AI decided the core screen features for you. That's not. It literally told you, okay, this is what to be here, this is what will be here, these are what are going to be here. It is not normally done like that. You need to act like the product manager, communicate with the developers.
Please
You do
zoom
a
in.
lot of things. Hmm?
Zoom in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so you have to do a lot of things, and this AI tool kind of solves everything. Now, if someone was worried if something was going to replace it, this is definitely the kind of thing you should be worried about. You understand that it's going to replace you because if I can have a tool that generates this thing in seconds for me, whereas you take a week to do it, you have to use that 1 week to beat my 1 minute, or should I call it 30 seconds. And how can you go about that? It's more on reviews. You understand? There is no way, despite all these things look so nicely generated, that is perfect. And that is where human beings have it going. You understand? Regardless, don't be deceived by all this thing you are seeing here. You can't just create a sitemap like this and just accept it just because you saw it like this and it was created by AI and you just go by it and like, oh, this no, it doesn't work that way, guys. It doesn't work that way. It never works that way. You understand? It shouldn't even work that way. You always have to review. You understand? It's very important. And like I said, that is the mistake a lot of people make when they post articles, when they post stuff on LinkedIn, Twitter, and the rest. They just request for something, copy it, and slam it on the internet. We're not fools. We know ChatGPT stuff when we see it. Yes, and this is a very good example of something like AI generated. So you have to review it, you have to check it out, and it also has to match your requirement. Just because you created something you want, I can definitely tell you it doesn't match up with your requirement. Requirements are needed, you understand. But this tool is a very good one. You understand? It helped. It's a very good starter. Even FigJam does something similar. You understand? I think FigJam is also doing quite great as well. FigJam now can create what they call it user flow. You understand? Unlike before, you had to create it by yourself, but these days you can just create it seamlessly for you. You can create those basic kind of flows on FigJam, and it's worth testing out. Once in a while, you understand, at least as a designer, I don't think you get to build product every day, you understand, or create user flows every day. But at least once in a while, you get to test those products. So, and this is also a very helpful tool for product managers who are also here as well. It's a very, very helpful tool. So, that being said, we also have cool tools like this. We have Motive AI and we have VCA. So these are also similar design tools like Figma. So this Motive AI, they need to get sued to court. I don't know. Let me show you. Mhm. This is Motive AI. This is copy and paste of Figma. In fact, there is no, if you go to every position, you need something. The same way you can get it on Figma is the same way it is here. I don't know how these two exist, but they do exist. Yes, and they actually do the exact same thing Figma is doing. Maybe better. But what makes it better is the fact that you can generate design. It's similar to what you do on UI Wizard. You understand? So yes, you can also seamlessly generate design. There are a lot of things you can do with the AI tool as well. You can generate something. So I'll tell you to generate the healthcare apps, and hopefully it does it fast. Because I think that's the problem they have. They take time to generate some stuff. So I'm asking you to generate a sitemap, not a UI design. So let's see what it's going to give us. Is it going to be better than what we have here, or is it going to do us? No, I can't tell. And that being said, we can also test, just give it a bite and see what's going to happen here as well. Why it's generating. Okay. Mm, okay. AI tools take so much time. But then the moment you get what you want, I think it solves most of the problem. Yes. Okay, so we've gotten our tool. It doesn't seem to want to show me what it generated. Uh, Cloud as usual. Mm, mhm. I'm sure if you ask to deliver something, you will show progress. But now you see AI, you have to wait. And you tell it to do something, and this is what you have to do. There's always a wait time. And it doesn't come up instantly and then tells you. So now let's see if it's going to give me what I want. Nah, so class is fucking up here. So let's go back and see what's happening in this. All right, so oh, this is nice. All right, so let's compare. All right, yep. So when you compare, I hope you can collapse. I don't think this one can. All right, so we're going to compare what we have here to what is here on the sitemap generation. So I can see it created authentication flow, and as you can see, that was missed out on this guy. And I can see AI is even fighting AI, and I can see one is doing something that it missed out, the other one is not. Authentication is also part of the sitemap page. So, like I said, sitemap kind of guarantee you the kind of page you're expected to do. In this way, developers are able to know where they need to create some certain kind of database. You understand? So in this place, they create database callout for authentication flow, they create database callout for the dashboard, and then on this part, health tracking, the kind of information we showcase signals, temperatures, physical activities, and the rest. Yes, and this is literally what your sitemap does. It is not user flow. Please don't get it mixed up. They are totally two different things. And then we have what do they call it? Support settings and the rest. And this kind of gives us a very cool breakdown. I think it also went far as giving us a look on how it can be on the mobile app. So this is the bottom navigation which is proposing for us. And on the home screen, this is what is suggesting for on the design. Now, this is something Figma has not achieved yet. So I can tell you for free, a lot of people here may not even have access to the Figma AI. Understand? But for me who have access to it, I can tell you for free that it is not there yet. Figma is not there yet. But they are doing some other cool stuff, which I may be opportune to show you. You understand? But as you can see, it gave us a sitemap with nice designs and the rest, which made us feel like, oh, this guy's actually done the right thing. And then we came here again and saw an enhanced tool and tried it out. And you can see it tells us that we're actually lacking in this place. So, in other words, um, we can also see here. I don't know why it's not showing me. I can literally see it when it's shrinked. So this is it here. For some reason, it doesn't want me to see it fully. I don't know. I don't know why. But yes, so this is your sitemap on AI. Understand? Why is it not showing me? So this is your sitemap on AI. Unfortunately, you can't really export it and put properly. You understand? But it's there. I can see this is even more complex than what we have here and here. So oh my god. Uh, oh, it's so long. This app is complex. I don't want to build this kind of app. God, stress. So yeah, we have it. So we have this we have this help app. People are laughing. It's true. You want to build this app alone? No, you can't. Forget with the AI, you still need to do a lot of thinking. No, no, no. The app is complex. You can see the sitemap. It's long now,
Yeah.
and that's just the core pages. Imagine who even wrote this thing. This person, your brain, is
It's
going
great.
somewhere.
It's our
All
project
right. So
prefect.
yeah, so has a question. Yeah, Faith, you can ask.
No, it's not a question. I was actually the one that wrote the
Oh,
prompt. I'm actually
oh,
working on a product similar to that. So I've been
see.
trying to use ChatGPT and all of that to like get the site map and everything. And I'm like, okay, let's test it out because my head is hot.
I see. So you're using me to do assignment. That is fine. That is fine. That is fine. Yeah, I can see your platform is very complex. So this will take like give or take. If you are doing just is it a live project? Is it a live project or
Not
not?
yet, not yet. We're still building.
Okay, I see. This is a very huge product. Telemedicine. Oh my god. This is a full platform on its own already, and it's all in one. No, 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 no. This is too much. So guys, this is all we have for the kind of AI generation tools you can see. So there are more. So for the designers, there are a lot up here. So yes, I'm going to share this file to you guys to access. You understand? So you can go and check the links of any of the tools. So at the very top here, you can see all these are AI generation platform for media. You understand? So we have the open chat. The most popular one here is Mid Journey. You understand? Mid Journey created this. And we have other types as well, Da Vinci and the rest, Imagine Art, and many more. These are like the popular ones you should be aware of. And yes, I know a lot of people still go to the likes of Chat GPT to create pictures on AI, which is also nice. Yes, but you want to get something real, something of real deal. These are the guys to go to. Also, another tool that I can tell you that it really works well is FreePick. Yeah, so FreePick has a very awesome AI tool, which is not really talked about so often. Where is your AI? Oh, it's not here again. Okay, they've pushed it here now. All right, so it can give you option on what to generate, you understand, and you can generate a lot. And so these are cool things you can generate, and I'm going to generate something here. So I don't want to go so much on these guys. These are more complex. You might need to calm down, think on what you want to create, and create them. Here, at least, I'm given an opportunity to even get a suggestion. So what I decided to go with here is a fashion runway. You understand? and I can get like more types of generation. It also comes with tons of filter options that you can work with. You understand? So just work with what they mostly suggest. I think when you work with what they mostly suggest, you tend to get a better result. But if you believe you know better, I don't think you should hold yourself behind. Understand? But if you are not so good at how to use it, you can always start with the basic.
Yes.
Always work with what you were suggested with. And then over time, you can keep testing.
No.
Yes, it's not free. In case if anybody was thinking this was free, it's not free. Yeah, so this one is not free.
We only
The likes of ChatGPT may be free, but this is definitely not
not
free.
sure that's what you
Understand? So at least it may be free to an extent, but I don't know. I can't tell because I'm using premium. And the last time I was using free, the free version, I couldn't even download images I wanted. Understand? But definitely this is not free. So I'm going to go to the practical demonstration. So hmm, now in the practical demonstration, please, most of the things I'm going to be telling you here are unethical. You understand? Yeah, so the reason why I'm saying this is because it's a very fast way to achieve results, but it's not a nice thing to do. Yeah, so if you are doing it, just do it because I'm just showing you this for a learning purpose. I'm not telling you this to go and do it in order to achieve something that I'm not supposed to be achieving. Because by the time I'm done teaching you this thing, someone will end up creating 5 case studies in 2 days. And I'm not sure that's what I want to teach you how to use this AI tool for. You understand? So yeah, so
I'm
yes.
laughing in Spanish.
What do you say?
I'm laughing in Spanish.
Yeah, so I'm worried, yeah, because like it's Ben, no, it's Ben that taught us. So yeah, this is what we learned from Ben and we're making use of it. I will not want to be in that shoe. Understand? So I have to put up a disclaimer here. You understand? That most of the things you'll be learning is unethical. So most of the ones I have taught you are good ethics. You understand? So the likes of using any of these tools, they're actually cool. But the moment you start touching one or two things on the likes of cloud, chat GPT and the rest, you understand? I would say it's unethical because first of all, you are getting information you didn't research for. You understand? And that alone already dismisses you as a UI UX designer or a researcher or a PM. You understand? So AI is not doing the job for you. But if there are smarter ways around it, but I think that will be for you to figure out. I'm not going to show you how to do it well. So that being said, I need to understand this. There is no perfect way to prompting. You understand? It's very crucial you understand that. So with whatever we're about to proceed, there is no perfect way to prompting, but they are bad prompts. You understand? And I initially said it. Those bad prompts are commands. Yeah, treat the AI like you're talking to a human. I think that's like literally the most easiest thing you can do. Yes, it is not human, but let it feel human. You understand? I communicate with ChatGPT like she's my girlfriend sometimes. You know, and then maybe try and communicate, ask questions that some personal stuff, like, and give me the response that I need, and then I can use it where I need to use it. Understand? So sometimes you can do that. ChatGPT will help you with a lot of things. Generative AI in general will help you with a lot of things. Maybe you don't know how to start conversation. Maybe you don't know how to reach out to hires. Maybe you don't know how to create your own style guide or design system. These are stuff ChatGPT can do for you. You understand? You just need to understand the basics, how to prompt properly, which is very essential. You know how to prompt properly. It will help you a very long way, regardless of the kind of AI to you decide to settle down with. So I'm going to explain a few things on how and why people prompt better than you, or why you feel your prompting is not there yet. Now, so this notification has been disturbing me. All right. Okay, so I'm going to start all over again. Yeah, so the reason for that is because AI can remember, AI learns unconsciously. And at some point, by the time I start trying to create more kinds of generation, it might assume something. I don't want it to assume. I just want you to do what I asked it to do. So these are reasons why sometimes we have to try and create different kinds of pages for different kinds of tasks. Yes, that I will not advise you to use the same page you use for creating cover letters and what they call it, job resume, and then use that same page to create a love letter. You understand? The reason for that is going to unconsciously remember how you understood the message it passed across, and then write a very unintelligent love letter to whoever you're trying to propose to this Valentine period that is coming. And this is not something you would want to have. And for someone who doesn't read, that'd be a very big problem for you to manage. Imagine your girlfriend saying, um, I love to elaborate how much I love you. Ah, wow, elaborator. That's nice. I did not read. I'm sorry for you. Understand? So yes, I'm not teaching you this to go and use it in a bad way, but yes, you have to learn the bad ways. So before we start, you need to understand that there are different kinds of prompts. You understand? And there are a lot, to be honest. Yes, there are a lot. Let me show you how low. Yeah. So, let me see if I can find them here. Yeah, yeah. So these are the bunch of prompts we have. Yes, there are still other types of prompts. So we have the zero shot prompt. This is a straightforward prompt where you tell it to do something for you. Sometimes also seen as the command prompt. Yes, and then we have the few shot prompt. So this is a scenario where you provide maybe instances or context, and then you tell it to create. And then we have chain of thought prompt. This is where you allow it to define, you understand, try and understand, understand. It provides more like explanation, you understand, and then you prompt. Instruction based, yes, you're literally providing instruction. Do this, do that, don't do this for me, don't do this. And whatever bunch of instruction you must have created is what you get. The next one will be role play. Role play is the best, yes. So this is live and tested. Role play is the best when it comes to anything. Assume to be my lover and send this girl a very wonderful Valentine message. Is better than send a very wonderful Valentine message. The reason for that is it will actually write like a lover. But when you just tell it to send that, it is going to write like a robot. Yes, that. So role play has been tested and trusted. I can tell you this because I practiced and I did a lot of testing for good 3 to 4 months on AI. So these were majorly the set of prompts that I did, and the guy who always comes out on top was role play prompt. Role play prompt does the best. You understand? Because it always assumes to be a particular professional and gives you the best prompt possible. You might not be very good at prompt. You understand? There are also solutions for that. I'm going to share you solutions that can work when it comes to that. So I'm going to start on the first one. So let's see. What do we have? What do we have? So other kinds of prompt method include the star method. So the star method is providing a situation, provide it with tasks, and give it an action and a result. So how does that work? So for example, so supposed to start again. Yeah, so I can start with generate a case study. For those who didn't understand that, I'm going to write it here. So we have star method and what it does. So it's on the chart. You understand? So I'm going to create mine and I'll give you guys the opportunity to provide me a similar prompt like this. You understand? Just one person or two. I'm going to take one or two and then we'll see what comes up. So I've already provided it there and then you can try and create yours. I'm going to create mine. You understand? So, and it must you make sure it matches. There must be a situation, there must be a task, there must be an action, and yes, you must expect a result as well. So I'm going to generate a case study. Um, okay. Let's see. Following the star method. Okay. And the star method for those this is the company name I'll use. Follow. Um, a shipment management platform. I think that works. Um, So then we now have the breakdown. So we create a situation. Oh, I think I'm spelling this too much. Okay. And then we have a tax, and then we have an action, and then we have a result. Okay. So in these instances, I'm going to start by working on the situation. So let's see businesses. Struggling with multiple multiple shipping. Higher. Okay. And then the task is to create a unified dashboard. Okay. And then what action? Yeah, so the action could be something very simple. Design an intuitive interface. We can tell you to design something modern, can tell you to design whatever suits you or design style. So that can be the action. And then streamline shipping management. Okay. So I'm going to do a bit on auto correction. As you can see, even me, I'm a very big fan of AI. So most of the time I'm typing, I always make mistakes. So this is what I have here, and I'm going to create something out of this. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, so I'm going to just focus here so you can see it more. So literally like this, we have created a starting point for a case study on a project you want to work on. You understand? It created the challenges, created the project objective, the approach, the impact, and key learning. And you know what? You did not even study for it. You understand? It literally gave you out all these things for free just because of the information you provided here. You understand? And was able to generate most of these things for you. Now, these are so this is one of the many ways to actually generate this design prompt and get you what you want. Now, if I went with a straightforward approach, I'm definitely not going to get this answer. In fact, I'm going to get what we call a generic response. Now, because I had something I wanted, you understand, it gave me all this information. Yes, I can actually tell you to give me an interface, you understand, for the product and to provide it. So I asked it to provide mm, all right. Let's see. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, so it's going to be coded, obviously. Now, the advantage of this is if you were probably given a project and it required you to maybe like work on a design task, you understand, you can actually bring in that project into the AI. You understand, share your problem with it, and also go as far as requesting for an interface for that project you're trying to work on. And just like that, boom, it has given you a very good idea on how to go about that project. Why am I saying this? A lot of people will never get the opportunity to see enterprise platform inspiration on Dribble and many other places. You won't even see it on Moving, so let's not even go there. You understand? Now, and that is where AI comes in. AI can generate enterprise solution interfaces for you to an extent. In fact, to an extreme extent, it can generate the entire flow. You understand? You can use it from ground up to the finish. But I did not say you should use it and replicate. You understand? The idea there is can serve as an inspiration. You understand? I didn't ask you to go and copy head to head and down to down and give your client or whoever is supposed to work on the task. So the whole idea about this is you have an understanding that, oh, with AI I can do this much. Yes, I'm telling you for free now that if you don't type in this information the way it's written, you will not get the answer you are looking for. Yeah, I'm not going to prove that part to you. You can try it yourself and see if you get it or not. Yes, but this is definitely what you are going to keep getting. Yes, because this is the proper way to prompt them. Yes, now for someone who is not really good at prompting, there are tools that can actually help you with generating a very good prompt. But sometimes that prompt can sometimes be over exaggerated and you may not like it. So that may also require you to do what? Read. You understand? So you have to read, review before you accept. You don't just take in anything they give you just because it is AI. You understand? So now, obviously, none of these stuffs here are functional because I did not request it to be functional. I simply asked for a single interface. If I requested that I want to see the tracking page, analytics page, it's going to provide each and every one of these page for me. This is literally an overview. For someone who is a junior now, this is just a very big step, you understand, for a junior who is working on a project. You understand, who probably has no idea of how this interface should look like, have no senior who they can reach out to for help. You understand? But with the help of AI, this can be your biggest mentor. This can also be your biggest weakness. You understand? But it can also be your best friend. So these are the kind of prompting you get. So don't worry, I cannot provide all the prompts here because I don't want to waste a lot of time talking about prompt. It's about that is basically what today is about. You understand, on how to use prompt properly. You understand, there are tons of tools you need to try out there, but the ones that are provided specifically are the ones I advise you to go for. You understand, any tool exceeding that is overuse or overusage. You understand, and one of the problems we're having in the design industry is excessive information. You understand? If you go on your Instagram now and click on the search bar, you'll see UI UX this, UI UX that, UI UX this, UI UX is a lot. Yes, and the information overflow is in abundance. And you don't want to get stuck with tons of unnecessary information that you only end up bookmarking and not coming back to after a lot of period. So that being said, this is one of the ways. Other ways also include the 5WH1 method. The 5WH1 method is who, what, when, where. Don't worry, I don't want to continue. That one is a little more complex. Yes, so, but I'm definitely going to share you all these tips because they're going to help you build that perfect prompt you're looking for. Now, I would like to um let me see. So I'd like to give you guys an opportunity to ask questions or give me some sort of task relating to what you have done so far. And oh, they're already raising hand. Calm down, oh,
We
calm down.
we even have some questions in the chat.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
In the chat.
Yes. So
Let me see. I've not been looking. I'm already scared. Okay. All right. So let's start. Who do we start with? Yeah, so ideation process faster. Please, how do I have AI in Figma? Hey, yeah, sorry. I don't know. I'm an old person in that part. I don't know how to answer. But I can give the opportunity to see how it looks like. You understand? There's no shit. You understand? So this is literally it here. You can see it's AI here. Yes, so let me look for a project that will not put me inside trouble. Um, anyway, this will be a good opportunity for the company to see the product that are working. All right, so yeah, so yes, so I'm starting with the person. I unfortunately I don't know how. The last time they did the Figma config, that's when they had the opportunity to show their new product in. So the people who normally get the advantage is the people who put things out there. What I'm talking about is the people. the Figma community. So if you're a big person out there when it comes to putting things on Figma community, there is like an added advantage for you. You definitely get anything that is on beta stage. You always get it first. You understand? And that was where I also got the opportunity to get it.
Then
You understand? Because what?
I said additionally, if you put in for the beta when it's launched, there was a put in for beta when they launched. So if you signed up for the beta, you have access to it. Or if you have a paid account, so if you're not finding
Exactly.
it, yes, if you're not finding it,
Exactly.
it's either you didn't sign up for beta, and as well you are not using a
hmm
paid account.
hmm hmm Yeah, so that is also it. Now, so yes, this is one of the cool things that I love about the AI. So it's Figma. You understand? You're going to do a lot of design. Some of the information they are not going to be correct. So one of the things I enjoy doing because the company don't always give me information, so I'm always using my head every time to think. So why do I need to think when I can just drag it and to give me a lot of nice information? That You understand? So you can see these are the kind of fancy things you'll be seeing when you get it. Yes, they are all distinctive information, different. It has no relation with whatever was originally created. You understand? These are the kind of benefits you enjoy. I'm so sorry. I'm not laughing who asked for this. You understand? Don't forget that I'm smiling or anything. You understand? You will enjoy it when it comes. Just be patient. The period of requesting for having AI access has passed. You understand? So all you can do is just keep calm and wait, let them build. So here's why I say you should keep calm. So now on the AI, so these are the things they have there. You have the opportunity to rename layers. This is one of the life-saving things they have. In fact, this is the best thing Figma has done for the last 5 years of me being a designer. Renaming of layers. I don't know how much I emphasize on renaming layers to my juniors who work with me in the company or fellow designers I work with. People underrate the renaming of layers. I don't even depend on these two, but seeing these two in fact, is a really great step out there. You understand? Because it's underrated. When you are passing out your designs to developers, you understand? They tend to read those frames. Yes, they tend to read those frames. And because you guys don't rename layers properly, Figma have to do the due diligence. This is dev mode. Figma have to do the due diligence of renaming some of the things for you themselves. So some scenarios where instead of you to call this title, you didn't call it title in your own. You called it frame 2 million, whatever number. You understand? And because of you, you might have to give those things name. Now, because I named this one, it's getting that name. When you hover, it keeps getting different names. Stand developer is able to figure out, okay, this is what this one is, or this one is what this one does, and the rest. Those names are important. These guys also set it up. They also build up components on the website. If developer was here now, he'd be able to relate with me and maybe even I'll even allow him to talk small on it. You understand? On how essential it is
So
when it comes to naming layouts.
we
Exactly.
have
It's very, very
developers
important.
here. Oh.
What do you say?
We have developers on the call.
No, we have exactly. So I'm sure devs can relate with me on this one. You can raise hand as acceptance. If you know if you relate, no allow. Maybe start. But then again, this is very important. But yes, this dev mode is not like this for everybody. You understand? So I'm also going to teach you a bit of secret for those who want to benefit on how to have dev mode like this. You understand? It's going to be really helpful for you guys. So that one is not AI related. But please, when I share it, I take God beg you don't use it and do content. It's between me and you guys. You understand? But who already have it, no problem. So the idea is how to get Figma education for free. You understand? With the aid of getting Figma education for free, you have the benefit of someone who pays money for professional Figma. You understand? Sorry, those who are paying professionally already. I'm really sorry for you spending that lot of money. You understand? For me to teach this thing for free. You understand? Take my heartfelt apology as I continue. All right, so we have this. So let's go back to the AI part. So we have renaming layers, and this is the rewrite. This is the part I like. So it can actually rewrite this information for me here. You understand? It can actually rewrite the whole website. but I want to start simple because it's slow. So when you request for it to rewrite, this is not where you have to be an expert in prompting, because it's not even for being an expert in prompts. Just give it those simple commands and to give you something. If you give it unwise command to, so I can tell it to um yeah, so as simple as this, right? Yep, yes, Figma can do this now. Yes, and I'm sure you have to, normally you just go to ChatGPT. If you're in a scenario where you work for an Arabic company, you know those guys that work in Dubai and the rest that their own is right to left. Yes, now and they say, oh, I need you to convert one or two things. This will really help you. You understand? So it's very, very useful. I'm currently in a situation where we're working on language switching. And you need to understand that as a designer working on language switching, you have to actually switch all your designs into that language that you're working on. For example, we're starting with French. And then I realized that the bottom navigation where you have your home, transactions, and other stuff, by the time you translate all those things into French, you understand, you are not able to fill in all those words inside. And this is a very helpful tool that Figma has, like, come here to stay with for you. In that way, you have this concept that, oh, these words cannot work well with this. So what do? I go with an only icon concept. Yes, and so many more like that. Now, the same way I'm able to rewrite this kind of information, I can literally select the entire page and rewrite the whole thing. Yes, and it's going to work just fine. Figma is not done, is not close in terms of replicating designs like this, unfortunately. But when it comes to content, it's doing well. It's just like you don't have to leave Chat GPT anymore when you know you have something you want to design. That's like it does it really perfectly well for you. So we have other stuff again, like you can replace content, your first draft. The auto interaction is now smart. So it can add interaction for you. You can shorten text, you understand? So the translation was what I initially did. Can remove background and many more. Now, what is this first draft? The first draft is similar things you saw on this UI wizard. Now, this is it here on it. So I can literally tell it so to create a basic app for me. So now let's see if we can bring this particular prompt here to life. So a healthcare app, help this. I'm going to give it and tell it to make it happen. I hope there'll be enough space to make it happen. Mm, I hope it doesn't take time. Just one. Ah, Figma. AI is not there yet. You can see. Oh, it's still generating. Okay, let's see where it's going to. I giving me color option. That's nice. That's nice. So you can play like, ah, now wow. If you do this one for me, we'll have problem. Oh. Ah, what is all this?
What's even this rope? Like it wants to strangle the phone.
But it's nice. It's getting there. So you can see. But don't play around though. It's getting there. Man, it's getting there. Yeah, that's the reason I can tell you. It is getting there. Yes, so there are other things behind it. Can do dark mode for you, can do light mode for you, which is nice. Now, the advantage of this dark mode are for mostly designers who struggle with color replacement between light and dark. This kind of tool can help you understand the best color that works when you switch between light and dark. Now you can see on the light mode, you can see the kind of colors that are needed here. You understand? And then on dark mode, you can see kind of colors that are needed. This is a very good advantage. And you can keep playing around with tons of colors until you get what you want. And that is it. So unfortunately, it cannot be the full app for you. Well, yes, it did a very well auto laid out design, well labeled design, but it is not there yet. Like I said, it's beta stage. But I don't think in full stage to be able to develop a full app. That is what, just always take these tools as a source of inspiration. That's the only way you can move forward in life. That's what I can tell you. You take these tools as source of inspiration and you move forward. Nothing more. So for the final, let me see if there's any other thing I can add to the whole thing. Um, nothing much here. Nothing much here. So One other cool thing you can do with this is I tried it once and it worked nice. It may be useful for those who work on tables. So in a scenario where you have something like this and it requires you to rearrange everything in alphabetical order. Oh, oh, oh boy. Mm, mhm. Yep. Yeah, so don't always move when you're trying to do it. It definitely does it for you perfectly. Let me use the word perfectly. Yeah, I'm not going to read it, but I can see at some point it kind of does it thing perfectly. But then you see, that's the reason why AI is still having issues because I don't know how the H is at the bottom and W is. Oh God. Yeah, with disgraceful. So for now, please, when it comes to beta, don't put your hopes up. You can understand. Always come to this guy, the likes of ChatGPT and Cloud. They'll be doing the job well for you. So let's go to the next question. So please, how do I have AI battling to say sorry? How would you get this? After, oh, surely I'm going to share it to you. And then, okay, all questions, the answers. How do I sign up? On which one? On which of the AI? Please, who has this
She's
question?
asking
Elizabeth?
about she's still asking about the Figma. I think
Ma,
Ben
everyone is asking
already
about Figma.
explained that.
So don't worry, you're not missing anything. I
Yeah,
can tell you from experience. So you have a question, please ask.
yeah. She Ben already explained that. So somebody is raising up their hand.
Okay.
Faith.
Okay,
Hmm.
good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for the session. My question is not really centered about using AI, but I
Okay.
have a situation where you are
Okay.
designing a product, and because of the whole wave of AI, they want to introduce AI into that platform. What do you think are the best approaches to such design projects?
Hmm. Yeah, so even I've been tasked with a situation on introduction of AI into cryptocurrency. And the first thing I did was ask AI, can it work? You understand? I think that is mostly the thing you can do. Because if you take if you take your time and research, you will not get the answer you're looking for because nobody is doing it yet. You understand? Now, the first thing you need to ask is what does AI do? Basically, AI runs on automation. You understand? Things that requires in fact, everything they've been doing these days on automation is more of an advanced bot. Then we used to have bots running all these things, but now we have AI doing it because it runs it smartly. You understand? So that in that way, in a scenario where they tell you they want to embed AI in a project they are working on, you understand? I feel you need to do a bit of research. The research will require you sitting down on any of the AI chatbots you like working with and communicate your problem with it. You understand? It will actually give you a very decent answer. You understand? And then it will give you suggestions on what to work with it. But if you feel you want to use your head and respond, hmm, not get the answer you're looking for because you have to do timely research. You take your time and research. So when you know you're supposed to get a response in minutes and or hours, would you prefer not to do that than to go and spend a whole week trying to confirm what kind of AI function can I make available on a design? You get me? So in most cases, the go-to is AI. Yes, I asked AI, and I can tell you, it didn't tell me anything that could work well for the user perspective. Rather, it was telling me more on the admin section, which my hands are not really working with. Yes, and so on the user part, I asked it, is there anything AI can do at this moment? Maybe possibly suggest how users can trade and stuff like that, or maybe being that your pal or paddy guy when it comes to trading, reaching out to you, hey, this is the best time to go and trade that crypto you're looking for. You understand? But then again, if you go and check the crypto, the AI policies around there, to tell you that this is not really good for maybe trading and all those things, they cannot offer you those kind of information because it's very risky. If anything happens, you lose your money, you blame the AI. If you gain, you praise, you may not even remember to praise that on that. You say, I did it myself, my brain, and stuff like that. People actually use AI to predict sport bet. And it's very funny, sha. I won't say much. So any other question? Yeah. Yeah, so we have Faith. Faith's hand is still raised up. Another Faith. Yeah,
Yeah,
we have another Faith.
another faith.
Hello,
Okay.
everyone. Good evening.
Yeah, evening.
Okay, so please, I don't know if this question I want to ask is silly or is sensible. Well,
Oh,
the question is, do you have any AI platform I can use to generate pictures that is free? Because ChatGPT allows you to try out for 24 hours or free trials for 24 hours. And free pick, free pick is not free. Although there's a way you can make free too, but what free pick will give you is not does not make sense. Leonardo AI too doesn't make sense. So I've been thinking about it. Should I ask or should I just proceed to the question
so for
myself?
image generation, right?
For image and illustration, basically. You know if you
Hmm.
have anyone that is
Yeah, so
free.
for image, they are there. For illustration, they are not really there. So the idea there is most illustrators tend to use those illustrations generated as inspiration to design theirs. You understand? So it's not really there. But I also said I was going to share that. Yeah, so there are a lot I already made research for you. So these are all of them for media generation. Yeah, about 5 years. I
Are
think I
they
already
free?
familiar with Johnny.
Are they free? No, Midjourney is no longer free. Midjourney is now paid.
Is here.
Midjourney is no longer free. Midjourney is now paid.
So do you want to always collect everything for free? It's
That's why I tried to ask.
but okay for the free things. Yeah, I think others here have some stuff that are free. Yeah, there's also another one that is free. Yeah, I think it's Microsoft. Microsoft is free. So do you have a Microsoft account?
Is it that Gemini one?
No, that is Google.
Ah, okay. Okay. Gemini is good. Okay. I don't have Microsoft account, but I will check that out.
Yeah, so you can check Microsoft. You understand Outlook. You understand. So Microsoft browser, you can just download the app on your phone. You understand, or you can just check the website. You understand? On I'm not sure I'll get it right here.
Want to pay for it?
It will start suggesting I should come and start logging into the app.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't like that suggestion. So on Copilot, so when you run Copilot, they run Copilot on their browser.
I ask him. Go and
So this is it here. This is the AI I'm talking about.
yeah, to echo.
So this is literally Chat GPT for free. You understand? So that latest and the best version of ChatGPT that can give you the best possible response you are looking for is available for free here on Microsoft Copilot. The idea here is, these guys are the ones that literally acquired them. So they are using this one, or at least they have the major share. Understand? So this is just like a business strategy to bring in more people into Microsoft. You understand? So I don't know. I hope that will help you. You understand? If you are looking for free things, but you can also try those other ones. They are freemium. You understand? And they may give you something in it. And for the likes of free pick, you can just if you know it's not going to be a very major project, even if it's just one time, you can even try the 1 month package. It might not cost a lot for you, to be honest. You understand? If you know what you want to do. Yeah, so there's also DAI. So the thing there's no need to go to DAI when DAI is already on what do they call it? On what's the name? Chat GPT. The image generation to there is DAI. So there's no need. Canva AI is almost there, but it's not there yet. I've tested it a lot of times. Free pick does better in terms of the generation than Canva AI does. You understand? So AI is literally transcribing your words on screen and it's amazing. Exactly. That's nice of you, Paul. You get so for someone like me, I tend to use transcriptions a lot, and it's quite important for me because I have a very huge disability when it comes to hearing. You understand? So I've been a very major fan when it comes to transcription. Literally every meeting I need to have requires transcription. Yes, so someone was raising his or her hand here. I thought I saw some hand before. It's now dropped. Okay. So I hope I answered your question. Is there any other one? So I can start finalizing on the ethic part. Okay. Yeah, Faith again.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask, so, what AI tools will you recommend to assist us in copy? apart from Figma AI, for those of us that don't yet have access to
I'll
Figma
never
AI.
advise you to use Figma AI for copy. Ah, God forbid.
Don't try it for now.
Are you using Figma AI for copy? Ah, oh, no, no, no. So the best guy for copy, it's Gemini and Cloud. You understand? So here's the reason why I suggest Cloud and Gemini instead of ChatGPT. ChatGPT has the best model in terms of generation, but it is not human friendly. You understand? It's literally like it's, it's a servant. Yes, let's use the word. It's a servant. You understand? So that is the word we can use for ChatGPT. It feels like it's being forced. You understand? To
Okay.
then you're asking too much. Oh. It feels like it's being forced. You understand? To generate words. You understand? I told you I lost interest in ChatGPT after 3.5. Why? From 4.0, it was more like, "Oh God, take your answer." That's how it was responding these days. Last they are begging you to answer questions these days. You understand? Stuff like that. And it doesn't always admit failure. That's the problem I have with ChatGPT. You know you're wrong, you don't admit you're wrong. Instead, it goes around and tell you how he's right. You cannot be having a tool like that now. You understand? Especially if you want to progress in life. You should not be having a tool where you be arguing. You're supposed to be giving answers and he's arguing with you. Nah, that cannot work. Maybe you've not reached that situation where ChatGPT is arguing with you. Yes, but I can tell you for free, I've been in that situation a couple of times where we argue. Yes, and because of that, I barely use it. Now, the likes of cloud kind of give you that option where you are communicating. It wants to make you understand. You understand? So cloud works better. I will not be able to talk about all the prompts, but I'm going to share every prompt that you can use out there when it comes to brief generation, building a full case study, a design system documentation, US copy I can't show you all that here, but I'm going to provide you all of them, the past, and then you can test them out. Use it on your daily activities. We're definitely going to come in what do you call it, a Notion file. You understand? It's going to be in a Notion file. So
And before you move past that, I for copy, I also do not like ChatGPT because the response from ChatGPT is ChatGPT. You know, you just know that this is a ChatGPT response, especially when the
yes,
prompt is not. Even
yes.
with the proper prompt rather, you just know that this is ChatGPT. Like if you submit anything to me, I can tell you bluntly that this is ChatGPT, right? But on the other hand, a Meta AI seems to be a bit more flexible. Again, the prompt has to be very, very well written. So I don't know if you have experience, Ben. I don't know if you have experiences with Meta AI, but for copy, I think
Yeah.
Meta AI is somewhat better if you put the prompt well. And it will even give you references that you can go further to go and read more to understand that topic properly.
Mhm,
You know?
mhm.
Yeah, so
Yeah, so Meta AI is very good. I think the only issue I have with Meta AI is probably beef. I have a beef with the AI because of the owner of the product itself. So the guy is let me filter my words. The guy is a bad in terms of privacy. You understand? So I really hate him. You understand? So much. Yes. So you understand? Even the WhatsApp that is supposed to be free, somehow this guy managed to put AI inside. You understand? And I don't know. I don't know. You can't tell me that thing is still is your chats are safe. Come on. I designed and I've worked with developers. We've done chat interface. You think we don't read your chat? Ah, wow. Obviously, read that. Yes, I don't think anybody have worked. Maybe if you worked on a chat interface platform before, you will see the back end. We have the opportunity to read each and everybody's conversation. We can see all those lovey-dovey things you are sending to your wife and girlfriends. We can see all the yes, we can. There's nothing locked, and there's nothing that gets deleted. Please don't get deceived. You understand? There's nothing that gets deleted. You get. I worked in that section. I worked in the finance section. The finance section is even the most funniest one. All those 1 million naira you're seeing there are just digits. You understand? They are not real money. Your money has not even entered the account of the company. They just slam that one so that they can showcase that they are fast and reliable. That's how most of these things work. So please don't mislead. Yes, if you guys, you can try that one out. It's free. Meta AI is free, at least. Yeah, they are already collecting your data free of charge, so you can collect the AI knowledge free of charge in return. But if you know you want to go with something serious and you don't want to press your phone, I don't know. Or does it work on PC? I've not tested it on PC before. You understand? You can always try Cloud and Gemini. Gemini works fine. It used to be free before, but now they've decided they wanted to make money. You understand? They should have waited a bit longer, but now they've made it more expensive. They've done the Google all-in-one plan for those who wants to pay. Understand? They're making it happen. Yeah. So basically, so any last question before I proceed? Going. Anyone? Yeah. So I think that'll be all. So yes, I'm going to talk on.
Someone said, what of
Yes.
DeepSeek?
What do you say?
Someone is asking, what
Oh,
of DeepSeek?
yeah. So DeepSeek is the big boy in your town. So DeepSeek, I've not tested it, so I won't tell you anything about it. Yes, there are a lot of talks about it. So the problem is DeepSeek was hacked within this week, but I think they've gotten restored back. Yes, now so imagine an AI getting hacked. Ah, you reason it, an AI platform got hacked. You understand? That means your data is not safe there. You understand? So you shouldn't be hearing stuff like that. Have you heard ChatGPT got hacked? I'm not sure you've heard it before. So DeepSeek is nice to use, and it is very straightforward. I love it. It's straightforward. But please don't ever use it in a scenario where someone will ask for evidence. For example, you are working on a final year project that requires evidence. DeepSeek will give you the right answer, but you would not, the citations provided may not be the real deal. You understand? Unlike ChatGPT will give you uh, a hallucinated information and still give you a hallucinated citation. Uh-huh. DeepSeek, on the other hand, is giving you a citation that was actually gotten from somewhere that you should not have tampered with. You understand? Remember, all these AI guys are feeding these AI tools on
Data.
data that they were not permitted to have. That's why I can never tell you to go on ChatGPT now or cloud and ask for medical recommendation. Any medical information provided there were mostly gotten from the internet, or they were gotten from places they were not supposed to go to. You understand? Maybe government public data as well. You understand? So I would never advise you to go for those kind of things. But in terms of professional level, you can do it. And that being said, I've been sharing a lot of information about creating prompts, working on prompt for projects. But please do not, I repeat, please, never in any situation should you fall in that you provide company's details, company's code, or company's brief and share it with ChatGPT. You understand? That literally everybody has that data the moment it enters that chat bar or chat prompt or chat bar. You understand? Do not share real information. If your company name is Sleep, you understand? Or Morris. You understand? You can rename the company, minimize the information you want to ask it, and then give it, let it generate for you. You understand? All assume. Always tend to assume on working on a project. ChatGPT knows all projects, but it's not always good to provide some projects because some of them may be groundbreaking. And the moment you make it available on the internet, any other person that asks for the project, ChatGPT already has that memory, shares it to other people. And then what you took so many years, sorry, months to make research on, someone gets it instantly because you mistakenly put in the information you were not supposed to put in there. And that leads us to tools like LM Studio. So with the likes of LM Studio, see it here, I'm kind of covering on it. So on LM Studio, this is where you have your own AI for yourself. So this one I can also introduce you to. This is free. Yeah, I don't know if it does image generation, but yes, it's good for the text part. Now on the likes of LM Studio, you can download it online. So I think it's quite easy to search. Yeah. So lmstudio.ai, you don't worry, forget all this code looking thing. It's quite easy to install. You can install it for Mac, you can install it for Windows, and also for Linux as well. You run your language models, that's your Gen AIs, on your PC. with all your data in your PC. So your data is not going to anywhere, it's not going to anybody. And you can see it runs all the best models. Llama 3.2, Mistral, Pi, Gemma, and DeepSeek, and Qwen. Qwen 2.5 is the highest. This is the one that recently beat DeepSeek. You understand? So Qwen 2.5 was released by Alibaba 3 days back. You understand? And it's literally the biggest one out there, but it's not making noise like DeepSeek. Because this one went and somehow went and collapsed some people's market. So that's the reason why it's even being talked about. If not for the collapse, it is not really a big deal. Because tomorrow, Google, any of those AI guys can come and overtake them. They are just versions. Yes, and today this one is good. Tomorrow another one is good. Yes, and it's just like iPhone now. If iPhone release, let me know it's iPhone. That would be a very big misconception here. Yes, and maybe Samsung releases one nice model, then Huawei now releases another model. Next year, Samsung beats one particular model of Huawei. Another year, Huawei beats. That's exactly what is happening here. So now with likes of LM Studio, everything is free. Yes, it's free to use. Your data is stored safe. You can see there's nothing you're paying for here. There's no pricing. Everything is available for you to use. You understand, for free. So that is AI for you. So for those who are interested in learning AI, I also took out time to find some sites where you can learn a bit on AI for yourself. Yes, I'm trying to understand AI itself. It's not always about the generation part. We're entering the world of AI. We're already in the gen beta era. You understand? So this is the era where they'll be giving birth to babies who were introduced into AI. You understand? So there are a lot of things here you need to kind of muster up. It's not always about learning the tool. It's also about gaining a lot of knowledge as well. Because this is what will be giving you a job, not this. Is this that will be giving you the job, not your hand. You understand? So you need as many knowledge as possible. Yes, they are all clickable links which I've made available. You can check them out. I think this one is not that expensive. I think around 900 naira to 3,000 naira for I think some months, and you can start learning a bit on UI UX here. But these are the ones that I can tell you is paid. Understand? So yes, nothing is free. Sorry. Yeah, we have the analysis and ethic part and comparison. Yeah, so on Gen AI analysis, it's not really much. I think I've said a lot on the Gen AI analysis already between ChatGPT, Cloud, and BART. Let me just go straight to the point on limitation, potentials, and biases. So, for example, one of the biggest problems with these AI tools are their limitation. Or let me start with the biggest one: is knowledge cutoff. The one that is at least being very vocal about it is ChatGPT. ChatGPT voice, knowledge cutoff is as recent as 2023. Before it used to be 2022, and many more. The same thing works for all these other AIs. They have knowledge cutoff. And this is where Google Gemini stands above the rest. You understand? So in terms of when it comes to knowledge cutoff, Google Gemini stands above them because it's always updated. It's literally giving, it's just Google with mouth. That is it. So in terms of consistency in factual information, you understand? So this is the part where I was talking about how AI can generate the same answer 100 different times. You understand? Just literally rearranging it bit by bit. That's what it does. So that's why, in order to get the best prompt, always go with something that nobody else has. Context. Your context must differ from others, or else your answer will definitely be the same. Yes, I want to be with B, B I want. That's the only thing that's going to happen. But you guys are still saying the same thing. Then we have overconfidence in response. I have to give ChatGPT A1 for this one. When it comes to responses, ChatGPT has a very high level of overconfidence in responding to rubbish. Yes, I said rubbish. Like you ask it something, you respond in rubbish. Let me show you a very good example. I hope I can zoom in a lot on one rubbish that he responded to. So we have this. Oh, it's not clear, unfortunately. Yeah, so I was writing a dissertation at that time. Yes, and then I provided let me say some set of words. You understand? And I asked it, where are you getting all these references for? I'm sure. Oh no, I don't. Is this the one? Yeah. So where are you getting all these references from? Now, Be confident for you to rewrite all this rubbish. You understand? And then later come and admit how wrong it was about it. It's the things you need to get scared of. You understand? When working with AI tools, you can't work with an AI tool that is confident in lying. In fact, that is confident in saying nonsense. Yeah, that's the reason why your brain also matters when you're working with these tools. It's not something, oh, I'm just going to come here, I'll do this one, I'll write it, AI will generate the rest for me. No, you need to work with your head while working with these tools. You don't just allow these tools to depict everything for you, or else you'll be in big mess. The next one and the most popular one, which everyone knows, is model and fatigue. Yes, Emeka is using it, Amaka is using it, Femi is using it, Faith is using it, and many more people are using it at the same time. So it's going to get overload. You understand? No matter how much database they keep creating, because every day everybody keep getting inducted into it. You understand? So sometimes you get slow responses, sometimes you get fast responses. It's not like your internet in Nigeria where you wait till 12 p.m. and then you think the thing will be fast. If you need it now, message it now and wait for a response. Unintended learning behavior. Yeah, I already said this initially before. In a scenario where you are working on something practical based, maybe maybe a portfolio work, and then you ask it something that does not have anything to do with the portfolio you're working on. It will give you an answer relating to the portfolio in most cases. Yes, and not all the time, but in most cases, it does it. You know, it gives you an answer that does not correlate with what you did. And then you now have to go ahead and create another prompt correcting it. Yes, and this happens to me a lot of time. I will not lie to you. So these are things you need to consider and look out for whenever you are having this conversation with ChatGPT and the rest. So we have the legal, ethical, and social stuff. These are the ethical part. These are things you need to be careful of. You need to know the kind of things you can copy, provide, generate, and make available on the internet so you don't get arrested. Nigeria is not really a big fan when it comes to ethics, so I don't see anybody getting arrested in Nigeria when it comes to usage of AI. But here in the UK where I am, I can't just casually use ChatGPT and many more, especially when working. I need to have like a permit for using it. You understand? And many other things. I need to even follow some standard protocol. Just the same way in school as well. When I was still doing my master's, you couldn't just use ChatGPT anyhow you wanted. You understand? Because you are violating a lot of things. And so you only use ChatGPT in a way to assist you, or use AI in general for assistance. It should only be seen as an assistive tool, not for doing the entire thing. Now, in scenario where I said preference on why cloud is better for me than ChatGPT, or for people who are still upcoming with the usage of AI, ChatGPT always give you responses you want. Cloud, on the other hand, will make you want to understand that response you are trying to create. For example, a very basic command was given here: generate a design brief, you understand, for a website based product. And then this is what ChatGPT went. He didn't even bother asking any question. He just said, yep, and he gave it a go. Now, Cloud, on the other hand, had to do a bit of thinking. You understand? It asks you questions. You understand? It's just similar to you as a professional. Someone who doesn't know anything about tech. You understand? But he wants to start a business. Start asking you, hey bro, I want to open an e-commerce platform. You just go ahead and tell him an e-commerce platform provide overview for this, blah blah blah. No, no. You can't now say, okay, what kind of e-commerce platform do you want to open? What kind of things do you want to sell? Do you feel like you have a specific target audience and stuff like that? Yes, that is what a human being would do. And that is where Cloud won. In fact, Cloud does that and doing it perfectly. And that's why I always say it might go to, it doesn't always generate that whole long something you're looking for. But it's still the best for beginners. But if you're an expert and if he answers the only thing you need, be my guest. ChatGPT will do that for you wholeheartedly. And then in between ChatGPT and Cloud, DeepSeek is beating both of them combined. You understand? So he's doing what I want in Cloud, and he's also doing what I want in GPT. That is providing a lot of generated content, and he's being wise while doing that. DeepSeek combines both of them together, which is also a very good tool I recommend you use. You understand? So this is just like a general analysis which I've literally spoken about, And yes, I spoke earlier already on pump type. There are a lot. The one I spoke about here are 7 pump type, but these are not the type I would like you to use. But in those 7, there are like 2 that are noteworthy of. So in those 7, we have role play and constraint prompt. Understand? These are like the 2 key ones I'll always put out for people to use. They did well, fascinating well during my research. Understand? And zero shot prompt is always the guy on the last point. This is the one everybody does because they don't know how to generate prompt. They just say, "Give me this, give me that," and then it will generate it for you. You understand? Zero shot is what everybody uses because they don't understand how to generate prompt. This always gives you generic response. Few shots limits the generic response a bit by a few percentage. Chain of thought does it by also another better percentage. Instruction based is limiting to based on instruction provided. Roleplay, on the other hand, goes as creative as it can be based on the professional provided. And then we have the likes of the template based. This template based need another kind of prompt to exist before it can create for you. It's rubbish. And then we have constraint. The constraint kind of gives it a certain limit of information you feel you want it to generate. Instead of it just pouring out wholeheartedly the whole thing for you to hear, you can limit it to what you want it to generate, which is quite very nice. Constraint and role play does a perfect job for you guys when it comes to generating. As a designer, it really helps. Then, so there are also other things we looked at. So, in while doing this research, I looked at the accuracy, structure, conciseness, readability, depth of explanation, and all when it comes to generating design proof. I can tell you for free that every AI will always pass this test until it's time for you to read it. When you read it, you now see the reason why it's kind of have that minuses. And the reason for those minuses is because the style of prompt you follow. You understand? So, and here are different kinds of prompts and how you can use them. So here I wrote for a certain type of prompt, which has to do with eco-friendly e-commerce. I wrote all the 7 types of prompt and how you can write them. I also did the same thing again for another type of prompt for an informational website. And I also created another one for a service-based website as well. All these are free for you guys to use. Ah, so in conclusion, I'll be wrapping it up here. I feel I've spoken a lot, and maybe the time has even passed. It's almost God, it's almost 8. Oh my God, I've said a lot. So yes, there are a lot of tools out there. AI is not taking your job anytime soon. You just have to be smart about how you use the AI. You understand? And please don't always feel discouraged when someone say, this one you use Chat GPT. Don't worry, you get to the point where one day someone will praise you for using it. You understand? But at this point, I see a lot of discriminations on the internet on how people use ChatGPT. It's not a Nigerian thing, it's a worldwide thing. It happens here more. So there's a lot of hate that is there, that's out there with people on this one is using ChatGPT and the rest. It took a lot of time. People don't even know I used to use AI, or people don't even know I use AI. I don't really announce it. I have no reason to. But I tend to use the AI a lot. But because most people work with me, they barely even see when I use the AI. But when I do use the AI, rather than even using it, I even instruct them to use it, provide the information we need, and let's work with it. You understand? So don't be ashamed to use AI. You understand? It's good. But please do not depend on it too much before it becomes an addiction. You understand? It's going to be a very big addiction if you depend on it too much. Or else in the coming years, I won't say or else, it's a very big prediction happening there. You understand? AI will come to the point whereby writing naturally will become very expensive. Yes, I'm saying this now. The ability for you to write naturally, think naturally, will become very, very expensive in the future. Yes, sir. And someone asked the question about Nigeria and AI. Nigeria as a country will never be there for a very long time, but Nigerians as citizens are already there when it comes to usage of AI. Don't worry, we are there, you understand? And we're doing quite great at it. You understand? So please, AI should not be seen as a sort of addiction for you. Please, it can be your go-to, it can be your mentor, it can be your teacher, it can be your bad guy. That's fine. It can also be your, and all those kind of things. It's not limited to design. It's not limited to just profession alone. Like sometimes in scenario where you're very lonely and you need someone to maybe you need a story to read, understand, or something very simple. That AI can do it. AI even create lullabies. I'm sure there are AI tools now that create music. All those kind of stuffs are available on the internet. You can just with a bit of it. But me, I'm here just to tell you on the professional part. Like I said, I cannot show you so much on how to use it, but I'm definitely going to provide all of them. And I hope you use it and not abuse it. I take God beg you. Please do not abuse it. It's I beg you. When I share it to you, please do not abuse it. I did not ask to go and create 10 case studies in 2 days. Please, I take God beg you. It's not how it should be done, but it's always good to share it because it's very necessary. So in conclusion, yep. So that is it, everybody. I hope you guys have learned some special specials. So yes, I don't talk tire. So Lizzie, please can you continue? Thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, 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 yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ben. Please let me help me to appreciate him. The emojis are not enough. Like the emojis are not enough. I want to see more emojis. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you so much, Ben. When you were talking, I was like, I know that yes, you are tired.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I know that yes, you are tired. I'm like, okay, sorry.
Uh, I don't tire.
I
It just reminded me of daily stand up. I'm not going to sit up tomorrow morning. Oh God.
know that.
Yeah, thank.
Okay,
So one more last thing.
okay,
The slides are available for free. So the slides are for those who are not familiar with the Figma slides. You get the opportunity to play around with my slides. They are free. I think I'll push it out in the community, so not just you guys can benefit, others also benefit. You understand? You can use it how you want. You learn how it works. You understand? And also the information there is also free. So don't worry.
okay.
Yeah. So that's the extra.
So you
Yeah.
can share the
Okay.
link. You can share the link to the slides on the group.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can see it.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that. I'm going to be sharing the link to the group.
Yeah. So I'll also provide you the Notion file for the what do they call it? For the
Prompt
prompt.
from the
Yeah, for the
prompt.
prompt. Yes,
All
which is
right.
Thank
very,
you for
very
thank you.
all right.
Okay.
No problem.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. So to round up quickly, I just want to like iterate on some things that we should not forget. Reliance. Hey, my teeth want to remove. Over reliance on AI. Please let's avoid it as much as possible. This session has taught us to use it as a tool and not to depend on it. Like you rightly said, so one I think 1 or 2 times in the week, just turn off your auto correct. You know, because even me myself, I don't think I can type like A4 paper without and it's bad without autocorrect, and it's actually very bad. I think the time I realized, I used to love to write. Writing for me was not a problem, but after AI came and then we just started generating and generating, and then I wanted to write an essay, and it was difficult for me to write on my own. That was when I knew that I don't fuck up. I'm like, no way, and I stopped using it since then. Like I had to get that creativity back. And that is what AI does for you. You lose your creativity if you depend on it so much. You will not know how to write on your own. Even when AI gives you copy that is not meant to be, you will not be able to identify it. You understand? So please let's not rely too much on AI. What else? Let's not forget the start method. The start method that Ben has explained. Try and rehearse it every time. The tools, like you rightly said, the slides are going to be made available, so which is a very big plus for us. You guys have enjoyed a lot of freebies today. The freebies that you enjoyed today are kind of things that people are using to make money out there, like designers, the top guys, all those your people that used to follow up and down in there on Twitter and LinkedIn. They use all of these things to make money. But yeah, you are enjoying it for free. Somebody already knows how to use Figma education for free and have access to all the premium features. I mean, if you were not here today and you were sleeping, you had missed a lot. And after when I post the recording of this, I'm going to even remove that part from the recording, from the autoplay. I'm going to cut it off. For people that are watching the autoplay, you're not going to see it. So consider yourself lucky, right? So thank you so much. I think I saw something in the chat. Let me check it out. Some of us aren't in the community. Did you receive the mail? I sent you the mail. I sent you mails, right? There's a link to join the group chat there. Jemima, did you get the email?
No, I didn't. Hi, Lizzie. Good evening.
Good evening.
I got the link from Benjamin,
Okay,
so I just, joined
okay.
directly.
So you're in safe hands now. Benjamin can send it to you. Or you can chat me up. I can send it to you. Uh,
Don't mind her.
Alright.
Don't mind her.
so you're in safe hands, you know. You
Just
can
want to
get
do something in that chat box. That not said anything. Don't mind her.
yeah, it's safe hands. I mean, you can always get it. You don't even have to be afraid of. But as many people that are not in the group chat and you got the link and you didn't join, please join the group. If you can join this night, join so that you can get access to the resources. Because after the last thing I'm going to be dropping on the group chat will be the recording so that people can go back to replay, right? And after that, you'll probably be getting invite to another session, and that is it. And again, thank you so much, Ben. Thank you all for joining. It's late in the night. Tomorrow is Monday. A lot of people have stand-ups, um, the Monday reports and the likes to, and you know Monday, how Monday is. So I don't want to keep us here for too long. But upcoming events, we'll be having more events. And our next event will be designer developer collaboration, right? So Ben already touched part it, so it's as if it's actually in spirit, like how you're going to hand off from design to developers and all of those things. That will be our next um, session, maybe next month. So if you still want to remain on the community, I think it's a good decision for you to make so that you can get invites to join the next session. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Toluwa. Thank you, Faith. Thank you, Faith, for joining very, very early. I mean, Faith Okolo. I don't know if I pronounced that well. Thank you, Dominic. Thank you, Margaret. Thank you, Ibironke. Thank you, Jemima. Thank you, Albert. I want to see more people. Is somebody raising up their hand? No. Thank you, Emma, Dorcas. Thank you, Femi. Thank you, Darren. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Sunday David. Thank you, Toluwa. Thank you all. Thank you, and see you in the next session. All right, we are going to be having a lot of enlightening sessions in this community, and the goal is to grow together. We're not leaving anybody behind, okay? And we are going to get it right. Today we have talked about AI, so nobody should start copying again. We have learned that AI is not replacing your job except you allow it to replace you. Okay, so thank you very much. Have a lovely week, and don't forget to use AI to write love notes during Valentine. See ya.